Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. So excited to be with you, talking a little real estate, and hope you're enjoying your fall. October, it's hard to believe it. It's going down in the history books, and that really means we got 2 months left of the year. It's really hard to believe, but October has been a busy, busy one. So we're going to talk about that and so much more with Real Estate with Ryan. So let's get some housekeeping issues off our chest and out to you guys. So we got to send some congrats to our great clients and future friends. So we always like to be friends, man. We do a deal. We say part of the family. I like to make you part of the family and keep your clients for life. That's our goal. And some congrats, Regus 310. Nick, did I see that they're opening the new market down there? That's exciting. So Regus is popping. Multiple activities there. I think we're down to under 8 units left. 8 units. If you haven't checked out Regus Square, make sure you check us out. Ride by downtown. Can't miss it. Right off Gay Street. And you can check it out on our website at Ryancolemanorg. Beautiful units over there. You got to check it out, man. Like I said, there's 8. We started with what, Nick? About 34, 35. And we're down. We're going to miss that, but don't miss out. Make sure you check them out because the next time we probably talk about the show or so, you'll say, Ryan, are you down to your last unit? And I will be. Great owners there, and thanks for that opportunity on such a big project. Got a new listing coming, 3165 White Falcon Way, investment cabin, Sevierville Market. Get it before it's gone. It's going to hit the market just today. So you have an opportunity to get that investment cabin in one of the hottest markets in the country, Sevierville Gatlinburg Market. Got a new land listing out in Duncan Lane in Anderson County. That's a great land. It's got water, sewer. Also has the opportunity to be split into 2 parcels. So check that out. And then we're thinking about building that cabin. You can't find inventory. We got 2 lots in Shagbark, upscale market there. That 2 potential building lots in Shagbark could build your forever home or investment cabin. Great neighborhood if you haven't checked that out. And then in Gatlinburg, we listed this great potential lot, zone residential, multifamily purpose, could be your forever home. Possibly could easily be converted over to commercial space, 604 Cherokee Orchard Road, okay? Check that out in Gatlinburg. You want to check that out. And so many more. We'll go rambling, because that's what we do on the radio and talk a little real estate. So we can't get to all of them. Congrats to Best Road going under contract. We do want to tell that. Bellevue going under contract. Congrats to you guys. Our sellers, 3260 Sandpiper Road in Kodak going under contract. Congrats, man. Congrats. We know it's a big journey. So thank you guys for staying with us. You know we're sponsors of the Vols. You know we're proud sponsors of the Vols. Man, we're your Tennessee realtor. We've got you covered from, basketball to football, and it's end of October, so you know what that means. It's basketball time. Our first game is the 30th, so we've got the tickets. We got you covered. So if you're thinking about going to the Vols, they're going to be pretty strong this year. We've got you covered. Here's all the tickets right here, just so you know. We're the real deal. We got the whole pack came in today, and we want to send you guys. We've been sending our football people. Is that what you say, football people? Our crazy Vol fans. Man, hey, we're on fire, Nick. Have you seen that Alabama game, what we're doing, and then playing Kentucky? I think there's a lot going on in the football season. A lot of people are excited about the program and direction where we're going. It's a chance to kind of get out, have some fun. So we want to send you there. It's easy. All you got to do is follow our page, like it, subscribe, all those good things, then share it with a friend. We're watching those. If you got to follow those steps, we're watching to see if you actually like and follow our page. And then we're picking out the winners, man. It goes through like this. Nick has this great thing. It's like a wheel that spins around and it picks the random people. So make sure you follow our page. We've been posting those winners on our social media page, and we're so excited. A lot of those guys had fun. I know one of the girls last time was the first time at a UT game. They had a blast. So again, follow our page, like, subscribe, and share. And we're on a lot of different channels. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. We're out there. Like our page, okay? Specifically our Facebook page and Instagram, and you'll get registered to win. So we've got a lot of basketball tickets to give away. It's going to be fun times, and we love to send you there. All right, so there's my housekeeping issues. We've got a good real estate show for you today. So if you're talking about, let's kind of tie it into the market today. So we're going to the last quarter of the year, and we know that 1031s are very popular, investment money. You follow the stock market, it goes up, it goes down. And one of my great clients that called me, we're helping them buy a vacation home in Destin that where we own. And it was kind of a funny little conversation, Carrie, it kind of tying into today's show. Today's show is 12 essential tips for managing your vacation home out of state. How can you do it? You just want to maybe invest here in Knoxville. Maybe that market's saturated. Maybe you want to venture out of the state. We can help you there as well. So we're going to cover that and kind of go into the conversation we had with one of our great clients. So one of my great clients was talking to me. He said, Ryan, I went down to the bank. He's so old school. I love it. He said, I went to the bank and I have a certain amount of money in the bank and I went to get a cashier's check. And they told me they were going to charge me $15 or $20 for a cashier's check. And you know what? That really upset me. I got so much money in the bank and they're going to charge me $20. And I started looking and thinking how much money I had in the bank and what it's earning in interest. And it's nothing. I'm doing them a favor by putting money in the bank. And I said, well, yeah, that is true. He said, tell me more about that property you bought in Destin, or tell me about that. I'm really interested there. Me and the wife went down there and we had a good time, and we're really thinking about that because we're just letting the money sit there and not earn any interest and not make any money on our money. And that's the ROI. I said, exactly. That's what you need to do. It's not helping your retirement plan by setting in the bank. Now, so we're guiding him and kind of giving him some counseling on what to do and what to look for out there. But I think it kind of ties into our show today. One of the biggest misconceptions in the market, and we had the same thing. Listen, if the toilet leaks or there's a property that you're the manager or landlord, a lot of people don't want to get into investing in real estate because you're the landlord. You're going to get those calls at midnight and you've got to go over there and get the water leak and all these different things go on. And yes, those are valid concerns, and yes, they do come up. That doesn't mean that you can't look in these vacation markets that really have an opportunity to grow your investment portfolio, to grow your rental income, or pass it on to the grandkids or your kids and your generational wealth. So keep in mind that just because a property is not here in Knoxville market or surrounding areas, that there's great other markets to invest in, and you want to be looking at those for opportunities. So we'll talk more about that, managing your property out of state. So just like one of my great clients we were talking about and investing in another market, what will you need to know? What are some things that you're going to have to think about and purchase? So in real estate, obviously, it all comes down to the property. The property is going to have a lot to indicate whether it's going to be a good producing property or not. Now, the biggest challenge in the vacation rental market, right? And we do a lot of those. We own a lot of those. And before I get going, Nick wants me to make sure that you guys know. So if you guys are investing in real estate and you're in the East Tennessee market, and maybe if you're not in the East Tennessee market, but you're out of state, but thinking about investing in here, we can help you. And we just started a new Facebook group, and it's going to be at the bottom of my page. So make sure you go to Ryancolemanorg, go to the bottom of the page, and there's going to be a special Facebook group just for investors. You're going to get tips. You're going to get certain software that's going to help you to manage your properties. We'll give you market evaluations, free rental evaluations, so you know exactly what to pay. And more than anything, you'll know about the first properties that hit the market before they ever hit the MLS. You're going to know about them. It may be a cabin you may want to buy cash before it even hits the market. We're going to give it to our Facebook investors and group. As you know, we do a lot of volume in business in the East Tennessee market, Sevierville, Gatlinburg, Knoxville, West Knoxville, all over. So we're going to put those properties there. And then we'll have hopefully other investors that we can kind of network and carry on through. So make sure you like the page. We'll talk about it more on shows coming up, but like our Facebook page, it's going to be fun. We're going to be the admins on it, and it's going to be a lot of fun and a blast, okay? So we're talking about vacation rentals. We know with the COVID-19 and everything going on, the number one thing is first finding the right property. Then number two, once you get the property, know your rental management numbers and know where the projected income is. Then we got to keep it COVID friendly. So we have that on the list, COVID friendly, and it's still lingering and still probably one of the things that we may deal with for a while. So if we're not addressing these concerns, we may have people that we lose in the search criteria for a rental or vacation rental. So make sure you have a good cleaning company. Make sure you're going to set up certain protocols and standards and post them, because there's a lot of credibility. Even if you're doing VRBO or involve or have a property manager, people want to know they're safe. People want to know that you're doing a certain process and things to keep the unit COVID friendly. So one of the biggest things is to create a plan. Before we go on this break here, as we come into the break, we'll talk about a plan, how to create a lockdown plan that can make you money, work from remotely, and not make trips all the way to Florida or wherever your vacation rental is. One of these plans also talks about how we're using technology to make that happen. Look, we're coming on a break. Stay with us. We're talking about how you can manage investment properties remotely.
Knoxville and East Tennessee. The region is known for its rolling hills, rivers, and lakes. There's no better place to work, live, or raise a family. Home is where your story begins. Buying or selling your home is a big decision, and you need a real estate team you can trust.
I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty, your hometown experts. Whether you're buying or selling a home, let us develop a winning game plan for you.
Hometown Realty is East Tennessee's #1 real estate group and a proud sponsor of the Vols.
Your friend promised we wouldn't be homeless.
He promised. He's doing everything to fix it.
You need to call and have him fix it now.
Hey, ma'am.
Found us a house.
No, not yet. Let me call you back. We're working on it.
Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty.
He says he's doing the best he can do, honey.
Well, he's taken too long. I knew we should have gone with Ryan Coleman.
Choosing the right agent is never easy.
Call your hometown experts. We'll take care of all the details and make sure you don't get stuck in a motel. All right, we're back from the break. Thank you guys for staying with us. As you know, if you're listening for the first time, we're on News Talk 98.7 at 1 o'clock, Talk Radio 92.3 FM at 11. We both have apps for those, so if you're out and about at the ball game or kind of running around, make sure you download their apps. Or, easiest thing for you guys, make sure you go to our Android or our Apple podcasts. We've got all the shows covered. You can watch them in your car or listen to them in your car at convenience, both. So we're talking about tips on how to manage your vacation property and kind of save some money. So we know we're talking about putting money in the bank, how that's not doing anything, low amount of interest. So investing in real estate, something we do, something that we sell. We're very good at it, I hope. I hope we're pretty good at it. We try to be, man. We try to be pretty good at it. And so we believe in the product and the service that we do. And real estate has been very, very transformational for a lot of people that have invested in it. And but you have to have a certain comfort level. And if you don't feel good for it, you don't feel good about it, don't do it. Don't do it. Then there is risk with anything. Nothing's 100% guaranteed. You know, there's plenty of people that have bought and sold real estate and lost money. But that's the same way in the stock market and a lot of different ventures. But over the long haul, last 20, 30 years, real estate has been a solid investment. But that's why we do this show every week. It all starts with the agent that you choose. You need a good team. You need somebody that can shoot you straight, walk you through the process. As I was telling a great client the other day, look, it's never just about a sale to us. It's always about people. People over profits. You know, obviously we're not nonprofit. We have a job to do and we try to earn it and do a good job for you. But at the same time, we're not one of those guys that just wants a sale, just wants to push a deal. If it doesn't make sense for you, we want to build that relationship. That's why we do this every week. You know, we want to build that relationship with you. We want to be here to sell your kids' homes, your families, your friends, and generations that we can say, hey, Ryan's my guy. That guy on the radio, that's my guy. Call my guy. And that's always one of those things we want to do. And we only do that by earning your trust and respect and shooting straight with you. So investments are not for everybody, but there's a great opportunity, and you're living in one of the best markets in the U.S. So let's talk about that journey. Let us always call me up. I'll be willing to share some of my experiences. If you're thinking about getting into investing in real estate, we own about 37 doors. So investment properties, multifamily, duplexes, building, flipping, wholesaling. We've probably done it all. And hopefully we can help you some guidance and give you that free tips. That's why that investor group, as I was saying on the first part of the show, go to ryancoleman.net, right? Is that right, Nick? Make sure. No, org, man. Listen, it's been a crazy week. ryancoleman.org. The reason I said, anyway, I'll get to rambling, but ryancoleman.org, bottom Facebook page, man. And listen, man, this is live. I told you it's live on the air. You never know what I'll say. So, go to our page and like that investor group. You're going to like it. There's going to be a lot of information that we're going to take time, special podcasts and things like that just for our investors. Getting back on the vacation management and things that you need to do, once you find the property, you got it all COVID friendly. That's a whole nother avenue. There's extra costs that you have to have regarding that. You want to get a management software that you're going to allocate. And that's one of the first things that you're going to do. Check out a software called Logify. Logify, I think I'm pronouncing it right. That's not the, we use something called Buildium as well. You can check out Buildium. But we own different properties, so it works for us. But Logify is a good one. So you want to get online and manage this process. One of the things that are challenging for out-of-state owners is every time a new owner comes in, there's an access key. So there's a opportunity that they have a new code, new lock, and then there's a whole new process that you're duplicating it. And so it can be time-consuming. And that's why we want to automate this process and have systems that set up so that it's not interfering in your everyday life. It makes it very, very easy. So there's some software out there, and I'm sure you can Google some different software that would be great advice. Better yet, let me put in our link in our show. We'll put some other softwares as well beside that we know some other investors that we use. The next thing is in vacation rentals, you just don't want to put a locks in a basic combo box. I know that sounds silly, but we've experienced that there's a special type of locking system that works where there's a lot of codes that can be given. So your housekeepers can have codes, maintenance people can have codes, and then a guest has a code every time they check in, and it's not the same code. So that protects you when the next guest checks out at 4 o'clock. You know that immediately, right? You know that immediately, and the new code's already given to the new owner. They already have it, and they're going to access the property. So home automated systems is key. Also talking about thermostats. We could have guests in there keeping the doors open. You know, you can check on your bill, check on the automation there, keeping your temperatures and keeping your electric in check. What else is really good? Now, home security is a big plus. You got to be careful there. You can't have cameras up in your vacation rental monitoring people, but you can have vacation rentals, cameras. You know, they have the Ring doorbells, they have different things like that. But I would not recommend Ring doorbell or that kind of system for a vacation rental. It just doesn't work, and it's not effective for what you're trying to do on an out-of-state scale. You live down the street, maybe, but it's not something that I would do. But home security, burglar alarms, motion sensors, all those are important. One of the things to think about, believe it or not, when you're managing vacation rentals, and it's not something you think about, but in our area where we have some critters, man, some bears. So if you're in an area where we have some animals, who's going to take the trash? Who's going to take care of the trash? Do we have a dumpster service? Is it going to come down to your cleaners? I'd say one of your biggest assets, other than an agent in your market that knows the market, the rentals, and your connection, is a great cleaner. So having an automated system, one of the big things that you can do is when you're automating your system, it can connect to the cleaner. So when we know the Joneses are checking out next week and they check out at Friday at 4 o'clock, guess what? Automatically, the cleaners know when they're checking out, and they can sync on the VRBO or the different websites that you have, so that can get automatically systematic. The more you can automate your business, life is going to be easier. So then the next thing, so your cleaners, having great cleaners, knowing the expectation that we have, checking for damages, if there's any damages by the previous tenant, that you can know that they're documented and you can take care of those from the previous tenant before the next tenant comes through. Now, sometimes that's hard, but if you have great cleaners and great recommendations and a rapport with them, then you're going to do just fine. Let's see. What else would I say next? Well, you know something's going to happen if you're out of state. It's a given. The toilet, something's going to go happen. We've got a property now. We had a water pump issue, some issue with the water. So who do you send? You got to send a handyman. You have to have a good handyman and a cleaning. Those are two most important things if you're going to own vacation rentals in the market, so that you're not going out there. And you need to have that relationship on the front end. Now, if you're in our market, we have a special deal. If you're buying through us, if you're working through us, We're going to have you all set up. We'll have you the lock system. We'll have you the computer system. Guess what? We have the construction team that if you need something, we've got your back covered. And we have a lot of vendors that we're going to give you set up that if you buy that vacation rental, if you want to manage it, if you're out of state, we're going to cover you. Now, that's not something every agent owns or covers per se, but it is something that we do because we're in the marketplace, because we know how challenging it is for being out of state to make sure you can set that up. But if you're wanting to do everything on your own, make sure that you have those recommendations front end. Now, let's say you're doing it without an agent. One way to do that is kind of check other owners, network with other people. Let's say they're in a Facebook group, or let's say that there are other owners in the area. Reach out to them to see who they're using, who they're networking with. And most people that are out there will be more than willing to share people. Some will not. Some won't tell you who they're working with, but a lot of them will. And you'll know they have a good reputation, and that's probably your best referral. And then your handyman will know somebody else, and then this person will know somebody else. So before you're networking, you know you've got a great network. And this show runs quicker, so I've got to kind of close it down in the last minute and 14. But these are some of the things when you're buying vacation rentals, you think you have to be out of state and live in the state, and you don't. You can be out of state and manage it. The same way if I need something done for a plumbing repair or electric repair, I'm not going to run down to the property myself. I'm going to hire one of my team members to go down there, but I would hire a plumber or electrician. I'm going to send them down there. So it's all about assembling your team and people that you can trust in that marketplace that can be managed remotely. I don't want to fib to you and say, well, you never have to visit your property. That's just not true. You will have to visit your property. You will have to invest in your business, but 90% can be managed remotely. You can have a great little business. You can make some money, and you can invest for future gains in that ROI versus the big bad bank taking all your money, not making any money. Hope you've enjoyed the show. You know, we talk about real estate every Saturday with Real Estate with Ryan, and it's an easy number, 693-SOLD, the number, Ryancolemanorg. Maybe I got it right this time. Follow us on Facebook, social media. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Saturday.